Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for staying with us here. We're finally just about to get into this CEVO-P LAN finals here between Classic Mixup and Froyotech. I'm Gecks. Alongside me, I now have TheFragile here. How's it going, buddy?
I'm very tired. It's been a very, very long day, and it's going to be a very long tomorrow. But can't wait to do this grand finals.
Yeah, it's been one heck of a ride here, at least for Classic Mixup. They had just an incredible match at the end there against Elevate. Going into 3 maps, they were down 1. They went down 1 on Gully Wash, where they were down 5-4. So congrats to them for coming back. They're into 3 maps, and then they obviously came and won that Snakewater, and then on Sunshine. So, what about that match? I mean, how is that going to work out for them moving forward here into this final? Momentum, thoughts about it in general?
Well, again, Mixup are always they're always here to play.
Right.
Like, they always show up to LAN to play, and even if they have a rough start in upper finals or or somewhere in the upper bracket, they always put their game face on in LAN finals.
Yeah.
And they're here. They put on a very good game against Elevate, and they came out on top. That was a very close set. Could have gone either way, but Mixup played better, and congrats to Mixup. So momentum, I mean, Froyotech, they've been here before. And yet, so have Mixup, but like, Froyotech have just been dominant lately. And again, we cannot forget that they are I-52 champs, world champs. So,
Yes.
And then the set that Froyotech and Mixup played, it was fairly close for the most part. I mean, there was that golden cap game.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think no matter what, even if Mixup just came off a big win there, Froyotech are feeling very confident. So both teams riding on some kind of momentum, but
Yeah, it's regardless going to be one heck of a final here.
Yeah.
So, once again we have this Banny and Platt final here. We're keeping that tradition going. So we are going to see that this evening. Now, as we take a look, we do have everybody in the server here. So we're going to be starting very, very shortly here. We're just going to go over the maps really quick. We have a few for this evening here. Of course, another best of 3 for this final. First off, we are going to have Process, and then after that, Sunshine, and if we need it, we will go to Metalworks. Now, also something to note for this, since this is a double elimination tournament, if for some, if it were to happen where Classic Mixup beats Froyotech in this first best of 3, we would see a second best of 3.
That's correct.
Which may not happen till a bit later, just due to some different time constraints that we have around here. But if it happens, we'll worry about it when it comes.
Yeah.
So, this is going to be a good final, man. I feel it. I feel it. It's going to be tough to go up against Froyotech here, but it's going to be good regardless. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, man. I mean, as you said, Banny and Platt final all over again. These guys have been on top of TF2 for forever, and it is quite the rivalry. But I mean, what can you say? I mean, that was an amazing lower final set, but the thing is that Elevate will have their chance, and Street Hoops will have their chance for redemption tomorrow.
Yeah.
And maybe we might see a different finals tomorrow, because it is a best of 1 tournament for pretty much the entire way, except for grand finals. So because if you look at it this way, if this was a best of 1 scenario for all these CEVO matches, Elevate would have won. Elevate, if they played on that first map 154, we would be seeing a Froyo Elevate grand finals, assuming that all the other matches that were, I don't feel like tracing all the way back for all the BO1 or potential BO1s, but
I get the gist though.
Yeah, it could be very different tomorrow. I mean, we might even see Street Hoops in the grand finals. They are a very capable team. And same thing with ESEA. This is not over. These same 4 teams are coming back to Dallas in December. So
everybody's going to have an opportunity at some point,
Yeah.
whether it's it's tomorrow, for the final in December. So we'll just have to go ahead and see there. But regardless, every team going to have their opportunity at some point. So one thing that we were talking about earlier today,
I think we're live.
We are live, actually.
Yeah.
We are into the game here. We were so busy talking that we happened to miss the fact that we went live. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into the action here, as Duatna started things off by taking down Zalox. Lansky getting over, trying to get some damage out. He did get them to force them back, actually. Now they're in the choke. Froyotech has worked their way onto the point. Looks like they're going to easily be able to cap this one out here. Banny comes in, and Lange was also actually able to finish off TLR there, who jumped back into the point. So that will be the mid over to Froyotech there, pushing straight into the second point.
Yeah, that was, I mean, it could have been a lot worse in terms of a full wipe right there, but Froyo taking that very, very convincingly. We have a pop coming out here from Mixup, and it's a trade, and it looks like Froyo are going to be coming out on top here with that trade. Only plat goes down for Mixup, which is really not bad here because it's pretty much just a stalemate at this point. And people can just reset the situation here. We might see a sniper out of Froyo and things related. So, I don't know. Back to a stalemate at last.
Yeah, we see Scouts working in a little bit here. Actually, TLR comes in and was able to get one, and Platinum getting the second. TLR still trying to work here into lobby. They did get 2 picks, though, and now we see Froyotech working their way back out onto the second point mix-up. Looking like they want to come out here. Blaze bombing in, though. TLR starting to work his way out as well. Getting on the medic there, getting some rockets into him. Can't finish him off yet. He's very lit. He only has 4 health. He gets the arrow into him, but regardless, able to finish off Shade. So now 2 down for each team as that trade comes in there, but that is the medic down for Froyotech right now, and a couple more going down. Lange and Duatna as well. Blaze still in right now, able to get Indus though in the end. Oh my goodness, they were actually on last. Somehow got in there. I didn't even see it happening. It was clockwork, but that will be the first round over to Froyotech. Their sneaky plays.
Yeah, that was looking really great for Mixup, almost wiping Froyo on the 2, and then Clockwork comes in from behind and steals the show right there. 1-0 Froyo.
Looking back into this mid here, so we are on board with Blaze right now, who was on top. He took a couple stickies, so he's going to go ahead and back off, but get ready to bomb back in here once again as he flies across, coming in onto the medic, getting a rocket down, but cannot get any sort of frags. Still no frags on this mid yet. Everybody playing pretty passively so far, but the double soldier aggression coming over from Mixup right now. Banny able to pick off TLR. Blaze just sitting inside here, as you can see, over inside of sewers. But Mixup looks like they're going to start working their way out here. So they've actually lost 3 Indus going down as well from Blaze, and now they're in there. Blaze getting 1 more onto Zalox, doing a lot of work on that mid, and that will be another mid over to Froyotech.
Froyotech soldiers went like really hard on that mid, like very, very hard. And then Blaze got in back of them. And usually what teams will do is say, we can't spend all of our time with the soldier or the scout or whoever in back of us. We need to just push forward and ignore them. They didn't keep eyes in back of their head as much as they should have. And Blaze got a 3K, a 4K. Blaze pretty much won that mid for them with his play. So. And I believe Mixup wiped there, so Shade's coming in with full Uber, and we should be seeing a push right about now.
Full Uber, they're coming in from the shutter side here. They pop in early to avoid a pick from the sniper that Harblu was on there. Enigma is up on the heavy right now. Zalox able to take out Clockwork with a pipe here. Lansky's trying to work in, though. We have Froyotech absolutely getting destroyed here on this last push, even though they had that Uber to work in with, so they get demolished there, and that is going to be an excellent hold from Mixup as Lansky, the only one to survive from Froyo.
Wow, that was looking really, really grim for Mixup there. It kind of reminds me of my team a season ago, just being horrible at pushing process last, and Mixup held their ground, and now they have, they have full Uber advantage. Indust is about to get it, and Shade only at 35%. Best case scenario here, Mixup takes this midpoint uncontested without popping, and then they can be at a stalemate or maybe even try to take 2.
Still trying to work in. They're waiting at choke as they go now. Platinum working his way in, jumping into mid, but a lot of spam coming back here. Both the scouts from Froyotech right now getting aggressive onto the players coming in. Platinum was able to take down Clockwork, who was there, and Duatna is going to start getting some stickies out, able to get Harblu. But right now, the Uber has been popped from Mixup right here as Platinum's jumping around trying to get something, but looks like most of them were able to get out for the most part. So Froyotech getting pushed back, it looks like. And actually, we have Banny, who's completely behind them right now. Not sure if they're aware of it, but Froyotech has been pushed back into their choke. We'll see if Banny can do anything here. He's still behind them, just kind of waiting things out, seeing if he can get a sneaky play onto somebody. He's inside of sewer, and I think they are very aware of him now, but he was able to take out Harblu here. Here comes Froyotech, though, back into this mid. Clockwork getting one as well. The scout duo working well for Froyotech right now, getting the picks that they need, though. TLR coming back in, trying to get Shade. Excellent surf from Shade there to get on top of the crate. no chance for him, as that will be the mid back over to Froyotech here, just going back and forth in these exchanges, and here they come with a full Uber to come into second with. I think they're just going to be able to bully them out here, though. Indus soon coming up on his Uber in a minute. He's waiting inside of lobby to come back out with this. The Uber has been popped straight into them here, and now still waiting on it. Indus finally getting that counter pop off there, saving Enigma as well with a flash. Zalox was able to get one. Here comes Enigma back out, getting on to Shade, and he will take him down. So there we have it. A lot of exchanges there, though. 3 down right now for Froyotech. Things looking pretty good for them. Enigma able to get another one onto Clockwork, who was still in the fight at that point. But there they go. 4 down for Froyotech right now. Mixup able to push back out.
Yeah, Froyotech really tried to, even before they capped the point, they really tried to push with whatever they could and be hyper aggressive. And Mixup were just ready for it. Completely traded Ubers there. And that cost Froyo pretty much everything. The point and maybe even the medic, yeah. But there's a decent mid-fight going on here with Froyo coming in, and it looks like Froyo are going to be able to retake this with numbers, so...
Yeah, they're pushing their way in here. They have to be careful of the sticky trap there. There was one miss Duatna, though, so he's able to survive, though. Duatna taking a lot of damage from stickies, but manages to escape death. So right now, waiting for that mid-cap to come in, though. We have Froyotech, who has pushed up. Enigma's going to come out of the forward spawn still, though. Looks like, but he actually was able to assist there in a kill. I thought he went down, but that's 2 down. Both the scouts for Froyotech right now. The duo of Banny and Clockwork has been taken out of the gameplay here. So it looks like now, actually, no, excuse me. TLR was still in there, but not too much of a chance there. Gets annihilated. So right now, Froyotech, they finally did get that mid-cap. And they have a full Uber to work in with, but Indust also has his Uber, and they have to pop to save Lansky. So Lansky's gonna bomb in here. They still haven't popped, counter popped yet. Indust finally getting that one out. Duatna's trying to jump away and save himself, but getting annihilated by Platinum. And here comes Mixup straight back out, but Blaze coming in out of sewers. Can he get the kill? Oh my goodness, no. Getting dropped there by Zalox. So right now we have 3 down for Froyotech at the moment, as we see Enigma here working his way into mid. But it looks like Froyotech's going to have to get themselves out here, as one of the scouts is still in, though, actually. That's Banny right there, just getting shut down by TLR. So Shade is still up right now, but he needs to start getting away as TLR comes in for them, but they realize that is not a fight they're going to win. But Mixup coming back on this mid here, just very good back and forth play from these guys.
Yeah, I was going to say, very good back and forth play here. Froyo tried to trade Ubers there, but it took them way too long to do it, and they had a lot of distance to cover to backpedal to get out once they realized that the Uber trade was very bad. Cost about 4 of their lives, and technically the midpoint. And Mixup coming big in here with the Uber.
Clockwork coming in from behind as well, and he's going to be able to take down Zalox here. A good flank coming in from Clockwork, though. That's only 1 down, actually. Now Banny has finally died here. There wasn't too many kills on that whole exchange that was happening, but Shade still has a full Uber right now that they're going to be able to come back out with. Mixup has lost 3 in the process here. Harblue getting 1 there right at the end, but here comes Froyotech. They don't have the scout duo to come in with, but they do have a full Uber. So here comes Platinum. He was trying to get something, took a lot of damage, and he's going to fall to his death. Indust going down as well, and here is a lot down from Mixup, leaving a lot of room for Froyo to work in here. They're going to get this mid, and they are going to have a nice full Uber advantage.
Yeah, and when I'm talking about, there's a big bomb, and there is a force, and Shade just got forced, even though pretty much all of Mixup are just about dead. That was still worth it to even it up a little bit. But a lot of this is really just a team having Uber pushing into the other teams too, and then the other team just really being on their game and being focused and completely making it fail for the other guys. So it's really just one team's 2 and then push back to the other team's 2, and it's just pretty much a ping pong match at this point. But yeah, we have Indust at 60%, and both medics are pretty much even Uber, so we're going to see a little bit of stalemate action with Harblue currently on Sniper, and no interesting off classes, or really any off classes for that matter, on Froyo, so we'll have to see what they do here.
See Mixup, he was trying to work an angle from inside of that lobby. He's backed himself up now as he's going to try and revolve something around this pick here, get something, but it looks like now Shade is going to come up on this full Uber. Both teams have it, so we're waiting for the play to be made by somebody. Clockwork actually worked his way in. He was able to take down TLR, so that might just leave enough room for Froyo to push in here. Looks exactly what they're going to do as Lansky bombs in here, and now the counter pop coming in from Indust. So here we go. We have these guys smashing faces into each other as usual, but now they do have a better Uber, and they're going to flash those scouts and extend forward. Harblue getting one, but Banny able to finish him off. So right now we have Froyotech working their way back into lobby, waiting to push back out here, possibly. Bombs coming in, but Zaylock's getting dropped there. And now we have, that's going to be 4 down, 5 down right now for Froyotech, and it was a 1 versus 2. I don't know if Duatna's in. He is still in. He's going to fight it out with these guys, getting the damage out, but could not get the frags. So that is going to be basically a wipe here. Actually, Clockwork coming back in. He was able to get TLR, but dies right at the end there to Harblue. So there we go. Finally, maybe a little break in the action. No, never mind. Blaze decides to not have that happen. Both the soldiers from Froyotech not letting a break in the action happen, and Lansky duels it out, and he was able to finish off Enigma. So we still have just this constant action here. These guys will not quit. Maybe now we can breathe, and they are going to get this second point, and we'll see here, waiting for the next push to happen.
The really great thing to see about these two teams playing against each other, especially in a LAN final, or really any LAN match, is that they are so aggressive with their respawns, and we have a big bomb coming in here from Froyo, taking down 2. But yeah, these teams just love just dying and being really, really aggressive with their respawns, and we see that pretty much this entire round here. And Mixup just totally died and fell apart here. It's just Indust and Platinum. I don't know if they can, I mean, Froyo still have the cap here, but I don't know. Okay, so Mixup do have a few spawns coming in, but this is not looking, okay, there's a trade. So Mixup are getting a few spawns here, but I don't know, they're just losing numbers, and now it's not looking good anymore.
Blaze is up top behind, still trying to work something, almost got the pick onto the demo, but Zaylox was able to finish him off, so we still have a last fight going on here. Each team down 2 players. Actually, Banny getting one, Clockwork getting one as well, and now it's going to be a lot down for Mixup, and that's going to be the round over to Froyotech. So we're going to go ahead with that round win for them. We're going to go ahead, jump into the Froyotech comms, into their mumble for this upcoming mid, and see what they have to say.
Don't know where demo's going. Soldier's going fast.
Soldier's in. He committed left.
The soldier's going.
Soldier, nice.
Demo's left.
Let's get aggressive, get aggressive.
Demo's left, Tyler. He's alone.
Push on them. I hit a scout. Hit soldier.
Their healers are
Scouts,
left now.
they're out. They're
Scout
out.
pushing our mid. He's raised in our lab.
Right. I'm coming to help you, Benny. Alright, nice. Let's get 2, get 2.
Yep,
Yeah,
stickies are choke.
With you?
A lot of stickies choke.
Hold on, I'll clear it. They did it. Any eyes on them? Any eyes?
I got IP. I'm coming with you.
Where?
Tyler.
See there.
I'm coming to help you. I'm coming to help you. On the soldier.
You seem to be...
Upcoming lobby. Lobby.
Other soldier on me.
Is that?
They're only 2 up, only 2 up.
They're at roller right
You don't
side
have, you
lab.
don't have 2.
Yeah, their med's in spawn.
Having a bit of an issue with the comms. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. We're we're having, okay, so that wasn't just, we're still getting the comms in our ears here. Excuse us, ladies and gentlemen, having a bit of a technical difficulties there. But regardless, we do have right now, we have Froyotech, who has worked on to the second point at the moment. So we're going to hop back into the action here that we can think clearly. So right now, Blaze and Banny were able to get some there. Blaze sitting in the rollout right now, seeing what else he can work in right now. Going back to the top of rollout. 2 down for Mixup at the moment, and they are going to... both teams actually have a full Uber at the moment, and right as that happens... no, there it is. There we go. Jumping right back into it as the pop did come in from Indust. He was forced there, and we still have... Actually, now we have the counter pop from Shade coming in, so Lansky's going to see what he can do. He was able to get one onto Enigma, still chasing this soldier kill, and he's going to be able to finish off TLR there, and that's going to be 2 down for Mixup, and Lansky still bombing back in here. Duatna was able to get some stickies kills as well, and Mixup just getting annihilated on this last point once again, and that is going to be a 3rd straight round and a half over to Froyotech. Wow, I mean, they have just come out. They were playing amazing before, and they're still just keeping that going, moving into this first map of the Grand Finals.
Yeah, I apologize about their comms thing. I don't know, my mumble was freaking out, but yeah. You know, this is 3-0. But this is not a super convincing 3-0. As we saw in a lot of these rounds, very, very back and forth. I mean, there was that round where they just kept tagging both second points back and forth. So it looks like, yeah, some of these players are just going to take a minute for to reconnect and fix out a few things. But that was not super convincing despite the score.
Yeah. it was interesting because we've seen earlier today, Harblue was doing actually really well on Scout and making some big plays. And in that match against Elevate, I saw him. He was really making some big plays, and I didn't see necessarily maybe as much of a presence from him here. I mean, he's on the bottom of the scoreboard for his team on Scout, which his first time being on LAN as Scout, but doing well earlier and just seeming to get shut down in a lot of aspects here initially on this first map. So. Maybe if he can get something going on the second half here, we'll see a turn of events. But right now is just Froyotech really just dominating.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, Froyotech are stronger on process, which I think Froyotech picked this map. But this score, none of this surprises me. Mm-hmm. In the sense that I knew it would be a close game in terms of the back and forth.
Yeah.
But on the scoreboard, I expect Froyo to be ahead, even if it's by 3-0.
Right.
I mean, if it was 3-2, if it was like 3-2 Froyo, I wouldn't be too surprised. I would be surprised if Mixup were winning at this half. That's just me.
No, definitely. I agree. Oh.
But hey, Mixup, we know how they can perform, and plus, again, they almost beat Froyo earlier. They were on that golden cap, so.
Yeah. No, definitely doable from them. I mean, we've seen crazier things happen in this game, so definitely doable. So we're just going to wait on a few more guys that are just wait. Actually, everybody's in right now, so we're just going to wait for them to ready up, and we can get the second half underway here. This is the CEVO-P Grand Finals that you are watching here. In case you're just joining us, I'm Gecks, and this is TheFragile. So we're waiting to get our second half of process underway, just to go over the maps that we have for this evening. In case you weren't aware, we do have process first, obviously. Sunshine coming up second, and if we need it, we will head on over to Metalworks, which is a map that I don't think we've seen played yet at this. I'm not sure if some of the other maps that we weren't casting, some of the other matches had it.
I was going to say, on stream, I don't think we've seen it. No. And even in the other matches, I don't think someone's played Metalworks yet. I don't really think too many people like Metalworks, at least out of these top four. Yeah. I mean, some of them might not mind it too much, but like, it's either banned because they just don't like it, or they just don't pick it because they don't like it. I don't think any teams are super confident on it. So
yeah, it seems always to be a map that just really isn't played all that much. It's like when it comes around in the season, it's like, okay, we got to scrim Metalworks. But like other than that, it's I know at least among the level of players that I play with too, it's just never something that people enjoy playing. So here we go. We are just going. We have a little something up on the screen here. I'm not sure if this is good old replays or what. No, we're just gonna have the game up there, but just waiting on these guys still waiting. I'm not sure exactly what the oh, there we go. Actually, we are live now, going into this second half. Mixup versus Froyotech. It is Froyotech currently up 3-0, showing a very, very strong first half there on this process map. So we'll see if they can keep that going moving into the second. Right away, Blaze got in there quickly with a fast rollout, but so far hasn't done anything yet. We're on the Harblue cam for this mid, as he's able to start things off by taking down Clockwork, and Lange was able to take down TLR there, but so far we see Froyotech, they have gotten a few frags here. It's 2 down for Mixup at the moment, starting to push them back now. Mixup was aggressing originally, but now pushing them back, as looks like a lot of them now actually getting annihilated. Zalox with a pretty good surf of his own, not able to get around there, and Blaze, both the soldiers are going to come in flying for Indust, and he is barely going to make it out alive there. Very low health, though Lange is hungry for that kill. He's still going to try to get him. Oh, got him just as he was going into the spawn. They're able to take down Indust. That was big for them. That's going to leave Shade with 100% Uber. Finally getting this mid cap. They're going to be able to get second, easy peasy, and they are going to have a nice, pretty full 100% Uber to push last with.
Yeah, Blaze doing a fantastic job getting to mid as soon as possible and stealing Zalox's pack. That really limits Zalox's options. On top of that, Enigma, even though Mixup were looking pretty bad at first, Enigma does a fantastic job at keeping height advantage and just roaming around on top with that height advantage, just making everyone's life miserable. But now we have Froyo with, yep, here they come.
Yeah, they're going to come straight out of this lobby here. They pop Lange in here as we take a look at him. They do have a heavy up right now, Mixup does. That's Enigma, I believe, or possibly hard blue there, and we see that's 2 down right now. They have 2 down. The heavy did go down. Indus goes down as well, so things not looking good for Mixup right here. Actually a 2 versus 2. Let's see how this one plays out. Banny was able to get TLRs all up to Zalox right now to hold this last point until the spawns come in. Enigma's going to come in with the spawns as well. They're holding them off. Banny goes down, and that is going to be Shade all by himself at the top there, and that's not too much he could do about that one, jumping from the heavens and dying. So good defense there from Mixup, though. Things weren't looking good originally, but really turned it around there. And we still have Clockwork, who's in right now. He was able to take down Hard Blue as we see Enigma right here. He's going to battle it out with him. Takes down Clockwork. Enigma getting Blaze as well over on the second point. He's going to start to take some heals, seeing if he can get some more. TLR able to get some, and Zalox as well. Getting frags just coming straight back, striking back at them on the second point. Mixup is going to be able to take that and move into mid here, and they're going to have a pretty good Uber advantage.
And that is the risk of playing your spawns aggressively to try to defend that point, is that if it fails and you die, then you also give up the next point. So had Froyo not done that, they would be able to defend mid here, at least somewhat, even though they're behind an Uber advantage. But giving it up there, and Mixup are coming in with full advantage. Shade only halfway there, and Mixup just plowing in right now.
Platinum did jump in originally there, but he's going to go ahead and jump back out as Enigma dies. Clockwork over in Sewer, seeing if he can get something. He's going to come back towards Choke, but not too much for him to work with there. And this Uber advantage is slowly dwindling here, and I don't even think they can even do anything with it now as they lose it. And we have Blaze over towards IT, looking like he was going to jump out, but he's going to go ahead and back off. He had a little bit of a window there for a second. A bit of a battle going down here in IT. It was somewhat of a battle, but now it's just Spam Fest 2014. So here we go back into this little stalemate period here, and we're just going to wait for the play to be made. We do still have some action going down, and by action I mean spam. So over in IT, and we're just going to sit here, it looks like, at the stalemate for a little bit.
Yeah, when I said like Mixup was getting ready to come in, I guess Enigma died and they just backed it up. And yeah. I mean, they could have tried to push the 5v6 advantage, or excuse me, the 5v6 disadvantage, even though they had full Uber advantage to see what they could get. But I guess they just didn't have confidence in the push, and Mixup are just bleeding here.
Indust went down as well. I think he got dropped. I didn't catch it, but he had that full Uber. He got dropped. They didn't even get to do anything with it. And now Mixup trying to salvage anything that they can, though. Hard Blue was able to do a bit of work there, picking up 2, but Blaze and Banny able to clean up on the remaining players, and that is not going to be good for them. So here we go, Froyo being able to get this midpoint here. Banny's still in on second, actually, keeping the aggression up, trying to get some sort of a pick, but Enigma will easily be able to take care of him. So Froyo right now looking pretty good at the moment. They're just going to be sitting in this mid here, but here comes Mixup. Coming straight back here. One of the soldiers did get in, but I think he went ahead and backed off. Enigma coming very close to dying, but TLR's there ready to say hey to Clockwork, who tried his luck coming in through Choke, but here we go. It looks, I think we're going to just go back to a little bit of a stalemate period here, it looks like. So, but we have Hard Blue actually. No, I thought he was looking like he was going to come out of IT, but not today, he says. And here we go, finally on this stalemate.
Yeah, very, very similar Ubers right here, and I don't think any. We might see a very aggressive play by Blaze, or maybe even Clockwork if he can. Well, there's Banny. Banny's also equally as capable of taking down TLR, and we have big bombs coming in from Froyo. They are coming in really large right now, and both Ubers have been traded here, and Froyo need to back up because Mixup has to be better.
That better Uber, definitely.
Yep.
And Rocket's coming in. One's going to find Shade, who is over by Sewer, so that's going to be the medic taken out of the play for Froyo, though. 3 down for Mixup at the moment. Blaze is going to continue to pursue them. He's going to go MGE on him. Ulti duo, except he doesn't have the medic, so he's still trying to fight him out, and he was actually able to take down TLR. And now Indus is by himself, Banny on the cap right now. Can he get it in time? He's still trying to fight him out, able to take down Enigma. It's all up to Indust on this one. Can he fight it out with him? Oh my goodness, he takes him out, but Clockwork was able to finish it off. They're so close. He almost had it delayed long enough for spawns, and that is going to be another round there to Froyotech.
That would have been remarkable if Indust clutched there, because that would be the difference between them coming back and still being in this game and them being down 4-0. And now they're down 4-0, so Mixup have quite the hill to climb now.
Here we go, back into the mid as we have the TLR cam going now over to Clockwork. We're going to follow him in here. Lange able to start things off with a frag onto Blue. One coming around, that was TLR, but Clockwork will shut him down nice and easy. And the other soldier here coming in from Mixup, but Clockwork will say no to him as well. That's 3 down right now for Mixup, 2 down for Froyo. Blaze able to get Indust in the process, so now only 2 up. Zaylox and Enigma, and one of those is going to die. Enigma, so all just Zaylox right now, who's trying not, I don't even know if he's going to be able to run for his life here. Dewat not giving him a sticky to remember, so there we go. That's another mid over there to Froyo. I don't think, has Mixup won a mid yet?
You know, that is an interesting question, and I want to say no. I want to say they lost all 5 mids, or at least it certainly feels that way, but I'm pretty sure we're right. I think they lost all 5 mids, which, again, as I said earlier, it's possible to manage if you don't win mids, but you're making it very hard on yourself. And Froyo coming in with full Uber advantage. Mixup need to do something incredible here.
And they're going to have to do something, or it's going to be 1 map down for them. So right now we also have Froyotech, who has a pretty nice chunk of Uber advantage here, and it looks like they're just going to go ahead, pop in from the left. There it is, Lange trying to work around. There is a heavy out there. That's Enigma, who's on heavy once again. So not really being able to do too much with that Uber, though. Blaze is going to pick up 2 frags with his original, and Lange still working in on the Indust, able to take him down. Zaylox is going to finish him off with a pipe, though, and Banny's going to come in, clean up on Zaylox, still fighting it out with Platinum at the moment. I think he's going to get the better of him. He has a medic healing him, and there he goes, going down. It's all up to Enigma, but Blaze says no, and there it is, the first map. Very, very easy there. Over to Froyotech, 5-0.
Right, yeah. Again, I want to say the first half was very interesting, very close. Second half, very one-sided.
Yeah.
Froyo just downloaded them, and again, Mixup couldn't do it. Mixup didn't get crushed on mids, but for the fact that they lost everyone means a lot. I mean, they were usually within about 2 or 3 kills or so, so it wasn't like totally free, but it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
What's go ahead.
Well, next map we're going to have here is Sunshine.
Right.
But also, I think, you know, I think Mixup really needs to start getting the better end of some of these mids here.
Yes.
And it seemed like every time that it would be one thing, even if they lost the mids and Indus was able to survive, but it seemed like most of the time that Indus would still even die there. So it was just Froyotech coming back in with this ridiculous Uber advantage. And I mean, they can't really do too much. They held last a few times with it, but still, it's tough to consistently be able to do that, and you know that's partly why we see a 5-0 score there on that first map. So we're gonna hop over to Sunshine, see if they can do things a bit differently and have a different scoreline. But it's going to be tough right now. I mean, Froyotech's got to be rolling with the momentum.
Going off of what you just said a moment ago, I mean, look at the Elevate Froyo game. Yeah, the Elevate Froyo game on Sunshine. Elevate won, I think, every single mid or something. Like they might have lost one maybe, but Shade got out almost every single time. Like if that was the case with Indust, which I'm not saying that was his fault or anything, because maybe he was a little bit more committed to these mids, for maybe that's their strat, I don't know. It's not necessarily a bad play on his part, because it's not easy, especially when teams like Froyo really make sure that no important people get out of those mids. That's very important to pretty much make it a full wipe. Because another thing about that is you could just wipe on mid. You could just have all 6 just die on mid, and then that's it. And then, yeah, you lost mid horribly. Or, like, if Indus tries to get out, and he's running, and he doesn't get out, that delays his spawn that much longer. It makes it so much harder. But Indus has to. Like, he's not going to just, I mean, unless he has 0 faith in getting out and he tries to get a pick or suicide or whatever. But
yeah, regardless, it's not a good situation, and they need to start getting on the better end of some of these mids, or we're going to be seeing, I think, a pretty quick Sunshine here as well, possibly, unless they can, you know, maybe pull what Froyo was doing earlier, you know, where they would still win regardless of the mid thing, but that's tough to do, and you know, right now it's just Froyotech rolling with it, and you know, unless Mixup really makes some crucial changes in their strategy, we're going to see something pretty similar on Sunshine.
Now here's something else to think about, which you can't necessarily compare this like too hard, but just for the sake of whatever.
Right.
Elevate walked all over Froyo on Sunshine mids. Froyo didn't stand a chance. Elevate on mids did not do that well against Mixup. They might have been a little bit even, but I think Mixup came out on top a little bit more than I could be wrong. But I at least know it wasn't as ridiculously convincing as it was for Elevate Froyo. And that might have to do with this map pick, which I'm pretty sure this is, because I was like there, I'm pretty sure this is Mixup map. Mixup. I got summoned, but I am not going there. So I got summoned over the PA stage.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Yes,
but
very important.
Yeah, thank you anyway. I know he's an important guy, but
thank you.
Yeah. But anyway, what were we saying? We were saying something about Team Fortress 2.
Yes.
And this final.
It's a very fun game.
Yeah, we love it. The most fun you can have online, I've heard. But here we go. We're just waiting for everybody to get back in here. Hopefully getting to start this second map here very shortly. I'm excited to see it. And of course, we are on a bit of these time constraints here, so I hope the players are going to work in accordance with that. And we can bring this to you shortly. But I mean, any other thoughts about these two guys right now? Because I mean, completely Mixup is on the ropes, 100%. I mean, if they don't come out firing on this second map here, they're going to be packing their bags as far as
today.
Yeah, as far as today is concerned.
Yeah, I think they're done. I mean, you're coming from loser's bracket. You already lost to this team earlier today, even though it was much closer earlier today. And you just got 5-0'd.
Yeah.
Even if it was a close game, you got 5-0'd.
Which is brutal.
Which is brutal.
Yeah.
And now you're going into the next map, which you have to win. You have to win, or you're done. Second place. That's it.
Yeah.
So
do or die.
Yes.
Do or die.
Do or die. And obviously, Mixup still want to win this. They still want to be in it, but it is not going to be easy, especially against, the world champions.
Tall order.
Yes.
Tall order there. This just heavy experience that they have. And they're still not fully in here. I'm not sure if that's a computer issue or they're really trying to strat this one out and make sure that the same 5-0 doesn't happen moving into this one.
I hope
so
not.
Maybe they're pulling out some new metagame that we haven't seen yet. Who knows? They're discussing some elite strats. But regardless, we're still going to be waiting for them. So I mean, we've kind of milked the cow here for quite a while.
Well, there are a few things I want to say about Sunshine, and even if this is going to be another 5-0 for Froyo, I don't think this is going to be a quick 5-0. I don't think I'm going to say this, and then it's going to happen to me or something like that. But I don't think you can roll someone on Sunshine. I think it's too big, and there's too many interesting ways to defend last and do all these other things. And plus, I don't know, man. I like this map. It's a good map, but I'm going to say this, and now it's just going to happen, and everything's going to be ruined. But I think this will be much closer, and even regardless of the score, I think it's gonna last a while. So it might go to time limit, maybe.
Hey, who knows? Anything can happen. So we're so excited to go here, and yet the players just don't want it to happen. I think, but I think this is also going to be a good one for Froyo, at least because of Blaze being just Blaze and just crazy with the jumps and all over the place. There's a lot of which we saw Mela doing, and he seemed to do it. Just referencing back to them playing on Sunshine, Elevate, Mela would just do this thing where every mid, he would just fly around the outside of these buildings and just wrap all the way around and just bomb straight into the combo. He had the opportunity to anyway. He would either go into the cafe or be able to get in on the combo, and that just, to me, seems like something that Blaze is going to be able to really, something similar of that sort, just flying all around, making those crazy roamer plays that he does. So, something to look out for, I think.
Yeah, Blaze Blaze plays every map so well. If you want to know how to play roamer, learning from Blaze or watching his demos or something, that is absolutely not a bad place to start. He is a fantastic roamer, and he used to be an invite scout, and then he went to roamer. So, but I mean, you said it right. Mela just flies around the map, and he just flanks, and he just annoys the hell out of everyone. And he does it really well, and so does Blaze. I don't know if Mixup's going to have that kind of impact as much as Blaze or Mela would. I'm not like disrespecting anyone here, but they are great on this map. But then again, will Blaze's plays matter if they can even win mids? I mean, maybe his jumps will be the difference between them winning and losing mids. We don't know. We're going to have to see pretty soon here. It looks like we're starting relatively soon. I can only hope.
I thought we had everybody in here. I see TLR over on Froyotech side. We did have everybody in here at one point, but I think they just decided not to play today. So, but on the subject of the roamer thing too, I mean, that type of pesky roamer play that you know Mela or Blaze plays is so annoying for a medic. It is absolutely incredible. Like when I main medic, obviously I've said this, and having to deal with roamers like that is just it pisses me off probably more than anything. But it's always something you have to just constantly have your head to the skies. I feel like just ready for something to come flying through like a wild blaze or something. But looks like we have everybody readied up here and ready to go in just a second. It looks like we have all 6 players on both sides, so we can only hope that we're going here. I believe we got word that there we go. We are heading into Sunshine here. This is the second map of our best of 3 in this CEVO-P LAN finals. Right now, Froyotech is up 1-0, winning 5-0 on process. A decisive win for them, so they're going to try and keep similar fashion here on Sunshine. So here we go into this mid. Duatna's taken a lot of damage already as he barely survives there. TLR was trying to get in the cafe, but Blaze will just demolish him as he was trying to get through. So right now, Platinum is going to get Banny, but here's Blaze all the way behind, getting onto Indust right now. Oh my goodness, he gets popped up into the sky and not able to do it. So Hard Blue is going to take him down. Platinum and TLR have gone down. It's 2 down, actually, for both sides right now. Froyotech was pushed out into their choke, but it looks like they're trying to work back in here a little bit. It looks like they're going to move Mixup back into their choke as Clockwork gets one, falling to Enigma shortly after. So here we go. They're just the mid-fight's still finally actually just ending there. It was still going on in a sense. Enigma's still trying to work in through a little bit, but it looks like Freyo is going to be able to pick up this mid here as a potential pause, maybe, unless our games are skipping. I think we're looking at a pause here for the moment.
Maybe.
So
I feel like the last 3 times we've said that, it like unpaused or like unlagged like 2 seconds later. So yeah.
Regardless, what situation? Yeah, what are we looking at here with this? I mean, it's.
Well, I mean, both medics are still up. That was kind of an odd mid because both teams did like when it was 4v4. Both teams did like this very awkward dance with each other, and like, I mean, I guess they were just being extra careful, but they were like, they weren't really fighting, but they were like intimidating each other with like moving up and then moving back. It was interesting. But as we just talked about, we were just talking about Blaze, and what does he do? He gets the opening pick on that mid, and almost, he was that close to killing Indust.
Very, very close.
So, I mean, if Blaze is going to have that, getting the opening pick on mids is very important. It gives you nice momentum. It obviously gives you a number advantage, and of course, the psychological advantage to know, hey, there's less work I have to do on this mid now. Let's win. Let's win this mid.
Yeah, definitely, and just a very big impact player for Froyotech Blazes all around. You know, it's every game I see this guy. He's always making plays. So it looks like so far he started out in similar fashion on this second map here. So still sitting at this little bit of a freeze point here. Hopefully we get things sorted out. I'm assuming it's some sort of an issue with one of the players technically. But regardless here, as we were saying, both medics are still up at the moment. Shade's pretty much at his Uber. He's at 98%. Indust is up on his as he did survive that bomb from Blaze. So we're just waiting here as we actually take a look at his taking a look at his stats here. I'm guessing this was from last game. I'm assuming, but he was dropping a big. Oh, this is from this game actually. Okay, we were sitting at 355 DPM. This is from.
Is it from
this game? I don't think he
No,
has 11
it's
frags.
0.
Yeah, there's no way
Nope,
he's got
no.
11 frags yet.
Blaze killed the team twice, and the team.
Yeah, that was I think last game, but still, as you can see, a big DPM here. But we're back into the game, and Shade right away here has been forced on his Uber, so they're going to come back in, and yet Inda still hasn't popped his Uber, finally getting in on the counter pop there. So that's going to be the mid over to Mixup, it looks like, and they're going to be able to start to push into this second point here. Enigma already getting on this cap. Mid still hasn't been capped yet, but we see they have added some pressuring towards that shutter side, but they're going to be able to take this second point for free right now, it looks like. And Froyotech's just going to have to set up for this last hold. Ubers are even, though, so on the bright side for them, things are going to be pretty even going in here. But we're going to see this stalemate, I think, until both these teams get this Uber up.
Yeah, both teams sitting at, I believe, full Uber. And, yeah, that was a very interesting unpause. Like, it was just, they're just chilling and then unpause and then bam. It's giant Uber trade and people dying and things happening. And Mixup now controlling Froyo's second point. We have Vanny getting a gun up. And, yeah, this is just going to be, as I call it, stalemate TF2,
Yeah.
which is, you know, what we've grown to love at this point. So
Yeah.
I don't know exactly, because Mixup don't really have any pick classes unless they're going to try to...
Oh, TLR going
Yeah.
down there, though. They're getting a little too aggressive in the lobby, and Froyo just put that pressure into the lower lobby there. So Blaze actually is underneath right now. I think he might, yeah, he was looking like he was going to try to make a play out from under, but he's going to go ahead and move back. Froyo does have this one player advantage at the moment, but they still have an engineer up. Benny is on the gun, so I think they're just going to go ahead, set back up here for last. Some of the scouts for Mixup kind of hanging out in upper lobby there, but not too much going on at this point. No pick classes either from what I see. Clockwork for, actually no, TLR is actually up on Sniper for Mixup at the moment, and Clockwork is on Sniper as well. So we're going to see a little bit of a duel there, seeing what picks these guys can work to go ahead and start this push off here in last.
I don't think I've ever seen TLR on Sniper,
Oh my.
and he just got blown up.
Oh yeah, he was playing Sniper actually a few times throughout the day, and we were saying that was literally probably the first time that we've ever seen TLR go on Sniper. It's interesting, but regardless, he just did get his face annihilated by Clockwork. So they do have that one pick there, and they might be able to work out here just a bit as we see. Mixup still sitting on the second point, not really able to do too much here. It's just so much spam coming through onto that little area by that catwalk, and now we're just going to have them go back to last. Banny's still on Engineer and Clockwork still on Sniper, so Harblue now is actually up on Sniper for Mixup.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can maybe work something. We've seen him go Sniper a few times throughout the day, and we'll see if he can work anything. Still kind of just sitting off to the side here, waiting to get that buff from Indust. And TLR is going to try to spam things out for him just a little bit, but still just stalemate central here. Stalemate TF2. We love it, but Lansky getting aggressive into this upper lobby here, but still nothing going on at this point. These guys, Clockwork has actually gotten aggressive in towards that area there. I think he did land possibly a headshot there into Harblue if he had the buff, but that's going to be, it's just back to square one we are once again.
Yep. Yeah, it made sense that TLR went Sniper originally because he's the one that died. I mean, unless someone else went back and went in the respawn door when he opened it to switch to Sniper. But yeah, Harb being on, and he just got a headshot there. No pick, but Harb goes down in the meantime. So Froyo looking to push out here, and we have a big bomb coming in from Blaze. Let's see what he does with it.
Oh, he gets in there, but not being able to do too much. He just gets taken down there by TLR. So once again here, we're kind of just back to square one. Platinum getting a little aggressive in there towards the shutter, but not too much to be noted at this point, though. TLR, though. Oh, I thought he was going to go all the way under. He's just going to work into lobby at this point. So Mixup still hasn't even worked into lobby. They've been sitting out on the second point this whole time. Haven't gotten in there at all. TLR is going to get aggressive, though. Try to take down Clockwork. Clockwork had a very good surf and gets a body shot. No scope, I believe, there into TLR. And Lansky was able to pick up one onto Harblue there. So that's going to be a couple down for Mixup. Maybe something for Froyo to work with here.
Certainly, yeah. They're gonna push for this two-man advantage for sure.
Yeah, looks like they are starting to work their way out. Have to be cautious of the sticky trap right outside of shutter here, though, as it hasn't been deaded yet. And Here they go. They were going to go with it. Oh, my. They actually got the force out of Indust right there.
Oh,
so that
wow.
is really good for them. Platinum getting Clockwork in exchange there as Lansky got some. But that was very good for them to get that force. And here comes, that was Platinum that came back in and got the force onto Shade. So now they're going to have to try and work out here, as I think they're going to be able to bully them out of the second point, possibly getting a lot of spam into Cafe there. And it's just going to be Mixup going back into mid here as Froyotech's going to be able to pick up this second point.
Yeah, Shade went down there and Banny went down there. That is awful. It is, yeah, they're trading kills right now, but Mixup are going to come out on top of this. So it looks like Mixup will be able to maybe.
No. Clockwork got in there and did some work, and Duat as well, laying out some damage for them. So Clockwork's still working his way into mid right now. Somehow they didn't lose that fight. I thought things were looking horrible for them, but regardless, the two-man duo right there just managed to push them back. Yeah. But though we have Mixup aggressing once again, right back in on him, and Hardblue able to finish off Clockwork. So here they go, just pushing straight back into them. Lansky's up top there, as you can see, getting some shots in. He was able to get one, and Duatna getting another. And they have, oh no, there was, Medic was back there actually. I think that was Shade there. Went down in the process. Only Indust is up right now, and he is in mid. Things not gonna look pretty for him as he sees a bombing Lansky and a Banny to finish him off. So that is going to be a complete wipe, as Getaway would say, break out the brooms. Because right there, that's gonna be Froyotech back in on this midpoint here, gonna get that cap.
Yeah, Mixup tried to pretty much all in there and use their respawns with their timed aggression, and they just failed horribly, and now their backs are against the wall. I mean, the bright side of that is that Ubers are pretty much similar, even whatever you want to call it. So it's not looking horrible, but Froyo have the midpoint here, and they, I don't know, there's no kind of pick classes going on here, so we might, I was going to say, we might see a bomb from Blaze, but Blaze actually goes down. And we have a pseudo mid fight here.
Wow. Yeah, this is pretty insane, as Froyo is starting to come around here. They've gotten a couple picks on a Hardblue Enigma, make that TLR as well. Big fight happening over in this flank right now. Clockwork's getting the buff. Banny's staying aggressive on this soldier here, trying to finish him off. Demo very lit as well, and he finally takes down Zalox with the pistol. So now that is going to leave room for them to get in here on this second point, cap it, and they're going to have Uber as they start to work. Ooh, they look like they were going to go, but Indust is up on his Uber as well here, so it's going to be full Ubers for both teams. Waiting for this last push to happen. Blaze did bomb in, but TLR denied him, as Lansky's going to finish him off, and the Uber is popped there out of Mixup, and they are going to milk it for all it's worth. Froyotech is, and they're going to be able to push back in here with a much better Uber, though they are down 2 players at the moment, though they were able to get Indust taking the heals out of the equation. It's a 4 versus 4 fight here on last, as actually Clockwork is going to go down, and Lansky died as well. And actually Froyotech, I didn't even catch that. They were just pushed straight out of there. As they lost a couple there. I got the teams mixed up in my head for a second, but yes, they were pushed all the way out there. They're back into their own choke, and not much room for them to work with here, but they do have an Uber advantage regardless.
They do have an Uber advantage, and wow.
And a number advantage.
Yeah, this is going to be looking pretty free for Froyo right now.
Yeah, they're getting in on that second point at the moment. I think I possibly heard, I thought it was a saw coming off, but they just completely wiped them. They're going to be on that last cap. Absolutely nothing they can do about it. So there you go, the first round of the second map over to Froyotech. And we're going to go ahead and hop into the mumble of Mixup and see what they have to say moving into this next mid here coming up.
They know what I do.
Both scouts are hit right.
I'm taking top. Scouts dead. Their soldier's dead.
I'm out.
I'm trying to help. Oh, I tried. Fuck. Scout there. He's 40. 4 up. Get help.
Mixup just getting annihilated on that mid there.
Yeah.
Just completely wiping, and that's going to leave them in good position here. Shade able to stay alive, which is something that he did so well in that Elevate match as well, where even if they got wiped on the mids, he just stayed alive, and you know, even though his team came out on top there, he is alive. So they're going to have a nice full Uber advantage here to push into last with once they get this second point.
You know, I didn't really hear too much communication on that mid, so I don't know how comfortable they are with these mids. I mean, I'm not saying that they don't know how to play these mids, but maybe they're really like they're just really mind screwed right now.
Yeah, and here is the Uber coming in from Froyotech. They are coming in here. I've only taken down Indust right now, but Lange is able to actually finish off TLR there as he put a lot of damage out onto him, a lot of time on the cap, and just another textbook push into last there for Froyotech. Just sweeping it straight through, and that's a quick 2 rounds for them, 2-0.
Very convincing mid win, and oh man, I don't know if this is going to be 5-0 again.
Oh, I certainly hope not for Mixup's sake. I certainly hope not, or that's just going to be the talk of many things on the forums for time to come. But right now we're going to go ahead and take a look into this mid here. Blaze starting things off once again on the mid, able to take down TLR, and he wants some more here, getting some big jumps coming across onto the medic, but not able to get much onto him as Hardblue got the damage out and finished him off. So that looks like Mixup's going to back up here. They're just getting bullied out of this mid as though Froyo has lost 2, and they're at a number disadvantage at the moment. And but regardless, they're going to go ahead and pick up this midpoint here. There they go, finally getting it. So we still have Clockwork in here. He's having a battle with the scout there underneath, as it's a 4-on-4 fight inside of this mid right now. And TLR bombing in. He's going to be able to take down Banny. He wants some more there. He does get the Uber popped onto him, forcing them straight back into the mid there. But Blaze coming back in. Here's the counter pop coming from Shade. They're just going to force them straight back out as well. And Hardblue is just about to go down here as he dies. That's 3 down for Mixup right now. Very good play there from Froyotech, milking that Uber and just pushing straight back in. And this second point might be looking for the taking. No, Mixup already showing their presence out on the second point, so we might be having a bit of a wait here. They were down 3 players though. There they go, finally. Froyotech getting aggressive, and here comes that second point cap.
Whew, I mean, that was one of the mid fights that I really like seeing. Very long, very drawn out, which maybe not everyone loves that, but I certainly do. It's a battle of endurance, and even though Blaze died like just a few moments after the mid started with TLR, they were back in that mid fight only moments later to rejoin the fight that they started. So it's really interesting to see that.
So right now we just see Froyo, who has worked their way into the lobby at the moment. They're just going to wait things out here. They're about to get up on this Uber, and what was about a 10% advantage turned into 20, and they're just going to go ahead and work right off of that, popping in Lansky and Banny as they've worked their way in here. Clockwork was able to get one moving in. Lansky still trying to do work here over on this side. They get a bit of cap time. Lansky still working with Uber, but the counter pop comes in. They weren't able to do enough with it in the time that they had, and that's going to be a hold for Mixup right here as Froyotech's going to have to work their way out.
Yeah, I mean, Ubers are still the same. This is not a big deal. Froyo. See, here's the thing about Froyo in these situations. There's a trade going on right there.
They were able to get the heavy, too.
Yeah. The thing about Froyo in these situations is that they don't necessarily need. Oh, and Clockwork goes down. I was just going to say they don't necessarily need a pick class because they have people like Clockwork, who, with very key timed aggression, can go in and just 2-shot someone instantly. And that is pretty much your pick class. And I think that's what he was trying to do right there, and it failed. But he's coming back up as sniper. So Clockwork is such a good player for that, because not only did I just say, or the thing where he just, with the good timed aggression, a scout, but if it fails, then he just respawns as sniper. It's 2 really good plays back to back if the first one does not work.
No harm done, really, if he goes down.
Exactly.
So we're going to wait and see what kind of play he can work here. He's looking over. He's worked his way into the lobby, taking it slow. Sees Hardblue. He got a good shot into him, but couldn't finish him off. So he's still taking full heals from the medic at the moment, taking a lot of damage. Tried to get a shot in there onto Zaylox. I don't think he was able to do much with it. So we're still seeing here this 6-on-6 and possibly a pause here. Nope, just a little stutter in the game, as it has been much of the time here. So we're still waiting. Harblu was able to take down Clockwork, get the better of him in that sniper battle. So they're going to be down one here. Looks like Mixup is going to work off of that as they push their way into lobby here, getting a lot of damage. Oh my goodness, Shade going down. Not good for Froyotech right there, as they're now down 3 players. Mixup with a full Uber, but getting on the back cap. Oh my goodness, they worked the whole way around, and they got on the back cap. My goodness, that is just not a mistake that Mixup wanted to make right there. They were in such good position. Such good position after Shade going down. And
Shade might have even dropped there, which, in my opinion, when the enemy medic drops, we're like, we really made a mess up.
Yeah.
So now we're extra hyped. And I'm not sure if that was the case there. I think Shade did drop there. Could be wrong. But that really sucks.
Yeah,
that was the moment. That was the momentum that they really needed. And then Froyo just come in from behind and.
Man,
that's
just a buzzkill, really. I mean, what if it wasn't already from the situation that they were at, getting 5-0'd the first map, down 2-0 on the second, and then you're talking about they're up. I mean, it was a 6-on-3. The enemy team had just dropped Uber, and they get back capped. And that is just
that's heartbreaking.
It's really
heartbreaking. It's jarring
100%.
because the thing is, like, this is grand finals. You need to get back into this. And they had it laid out in front of them
to go all the way to mid with that. I mean, they could have at least gotten mid.
They had the
and
cards
they had a
laid
full
out.
Uber to even possibly get in towards second, maybe. But I mean, just crucial breakdown right there for Mixup, and it's going to be tough for them. That's got to be such a morale killer for them. So here we go. It's 3-0 right now. Froyotech looking pretty good right now, as they are up 1 map to none already. If they can pick up 2 more rounds, they are going to be your CEVO-P champions, picking up the prize money and the prestige. So let's see how this starts off. Blaze starting off the mid once again by taking down Harblu, and he's still alive right now. Clockwork getting in, able to take down Zalox. Mixup already going down. Some numbers on this mid here. Lansky and Blaze both getting some more, so not looking good. And a big shot from Lansky right there, trying to get pick up on a bit more of damage there. I believe that's TLR that's over on that side, and TLR finally going down to Lansky there, but it is not looking pretty right now, though. On the bright side, this time Indus was able to stay alive and keep his Uber.
I was just going to say that's one of the first times it happened this mid where, again, Mixup. I don't even think Mixup has Mixup won a mid. Has Mixup won a mid? I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Maybe one, but this entire grand finals they've been getting slaughtered on mid. Even if they stole one.
It is just. I mean, we said that was the thing that they really needed to fix going in this map, and they haven't so far. And I think that definitely is a factor into the scoreline that we're seeing right now at 3-0. Going into the second half, but Banny has gotten a pick on a TLR right now, so we see the pop coming in from upper right there. Lansky trying to work something. Counter pop coming in right away, though, to save that heavy, as he took a lot of damage. So here we go. Battle for this last point going down. TLR and Zalox have both gone down. Things not looking too good for Mixup at the moment. Platinum is in there trying to get a bit of work done, as he was able to take down Banny. So right now we still have this last fight going on. 2 players down. Actually, now that was 4 down for Froyotech. And I think they're going to go ahead and back off here. That is what is going to happen. Duat dies right at the very end there. So Shade able to make it out. But that is going to be Mixup who's going to get the second point back. It looks like, I think they're going to be able to get the second point here.
Yeah, good last defense there from Mixup. It wasn't looking super awesome for them, but they held it there, and that was very important, because if they just got slaughtered there, there was just no way they're going to come back.
No.
They're not, and it's still a mountain to climb for Mixup right now, but that kept them in the game at least for a little bit longer.
A mountain similar to Everest, possibly.
Yes.
To get back into this, but here we go. They're gonna try nonetheless. Try their hearts out. So right now we do have Indust up on that full Uber. Shade is just about to get his as well. So we're gonna wait for him. They do have it now, and I think I did see Clockwork. He's gonna be working on Sniper right now, and he's over on the flank side, over in that valley. He's gonna try to work something. They do have a bombing TLR coming in there, but he's gonna get shut down, and Enigma also getting shut down. So once again, not looking good for Mixup. They're down 2 players at the moment. They do still have this full Uber, though, actually getting a player. That's Harblu onto that midpoint just to harass him a little bit, and he's doing his job well. He's distracting them enough to take them off focus there and allow their spawns to come back in, so it wasn't just completely rolling into that second point for Froyotech right there. But they're still very concerned with Hardblue behind them right now. I mean, they've sent 2 guys back to deal with him, and I think it's always Hardblue that I see that does this thing where he just runs back. I think it's him that like runs back into the enemy team's like spawn or something area. But regardless, we do have a bit of just spam going down in on this mid back and forth and chokes here. But I think we're going to see this standstill until somebody. No, they're just going to let Hardblue. They're just going to let him sit back there. He's just going to hang out. He likes hanging out towards enemy last.
I mean, Blaze is just pretty much anticipating it. He's pretty much, yeah, Blaze is literally looking for him. There is a search
so
party
Danny.
out.
Danny was out there for him too. They're calling in the CIA for this one. They can't find him still. He's still back there. Did his job well though of distracting for long enough, so he's still going to be back there. And I don't think we're going to see much of anything until he's able to do something, unless they can coordinate like a pinch with him coming back in.
Yeah.
But they've actually, I think they've just completely left him. They said, screw this. I am so tired of looking for this guy. And he's just going to stay there now, so.
So here's a few things that Froyo could do here. They could park the bus because they don't have to do anything. Or they pushing in with a 6v5 advantage here, considering the one is Hardblue in back of them. If they just push forward and just try to have a 6v5 fight, they can't really threaten with the back cap too much, because back capping mid, just as a scout, takes way too long. But we have a trade going off here, just Blaze and TLR. So
Hardblue's
not really anything going on. We're really back to the same. I mean, both teams are trying to play extremely careful right now, because, I mean, if Mixup knows they can't mess up anymore, they will be on 4 or 5 game points, and that is for Froyo, and that will be impossible practically at this point, considering they just lost the last match.
Oh my God! The 3-room blade kill from Clockwork, finally getting rid of him. There we go. At least we ended his hiding spree there in good fashion. At least, thank you, Clockwork. That was a treat to see. So. The big 3-room blade kill, and here we go. Finally, Froyotech can think about something else besides Hardblue sitting back at their last point. Still no pushes, but I think that was the highlight so far.
That was fantastic. Clockwork, I swear he trolls when he does that, but he does it so well.
He does.
It works. He gets a lot of kills with that, so I can't say he's trolling if he's getting the kills. But that was definitely a lot of fun to see.
Yeah, so right now we have Hardblue, who is up on Sniper at the moment, looking at Choke. He could have a clear shot on a Shade right now, but Shade just narrowly getting out of his sight line at the last second there. Taking a lot of damage. He's actually going to go down. So right now I think we might be able to see something for Froyo to work in with, as Hardblue has gone down. Or excuse me, he had died already. So Blaze is going to go down for Froyo right now, and it looks like they are just parking that bus. But actually, Indust had popped his Uber, and Shade is still going to have it as well. Finally getting in on the counter pop there. Duatna and Banny were able to get some. As we see Lange picked up that 1-on-2 Enigma, and they're going to jump back in here. Mixup is down 3 players at the moment. Lange's going to keep the aggression up, getting a rocket there into Zaylox, getting a few more into Zaylox. Not able to kill him, though. But Zaylox actually working his way back out. Lange very hurt right now. He needs to be careful, dodging pipes narrowly, still staying alive with that 20 health. And he's going to go ahead and bring it on back out and get some heals or something. Health pack maybe, but here comes Mixup. They're going to start to work their way back out, as we see TLR, who just got Lange, and Enigma was able to get one. So it's a back and forth a bit here. Froyo still staying as strong as they can, as they are down 3 players. But Mixup is just going to continue to sit back there. It looks like Clockwork working his way in, though. A long, no, he gets actually taken down, but a force on that Uber.
Yeah, I think that might have been Clockwork doing that. This is very good for, okay, so Ubers are the same. That's totally fine.
Okay, yeah.
This is very good for Mixup, and I'll say why. Because I'm interrupting myself because Froyo are coming back in. They are doing a non-Uber versus non-Uber fight, which is kind of hard to do if you're on a lower level team in terms of execution. But It's not. No, I'm sorry. It is working for Froyo.
Yeah,
it is working.
Working very well for them, actually, as it's just Zalox who's in there still and just gets absolutely denied. And
full wipe.
Yeah, full wipe. And they're not even really, there they go, finally moving forward, though. They had to be careful about some of those forward spawns, but Indus doesn't even want to be in the area. He's telling Arblue, he's like, please come back. Please, and he's still saying, please, I'm begging you, please come back into Shutter, and now he's just going to work his way back, finally. But there they go, in the process, Harblu, Indus, and Platinum all go down there. I mean, Indus is probably screaming right now. He was asking, he's begging and pleading, but not going to happen, and that is going to leave them down a lot of players for them to work in, though. They have to be careful. TLR is behind him, but they're going to get on the cap right now. They're getting so much time onto it. It's all Harblu trying to hold off something there, but another round over to Froyotech. So with that being said, with that round win for them, let's go ahead and take a listen in to the Froyotech comms on this upcoming mid.
I don't know why I'm going this way. I'm running around.
Demo's right. They're not coming to you, I don't think, this time.
This scout.
The demo's there. You could flank them.
Soldier on top. Plaster.
Soldier in deep.
Soldier's in.
Going out. I'm dead.
Scout's really hurt. Underneath.
I'm gonna.
35
I'm
health.
right
35 health on it.
I'm getting health.
Demo's dead.
Scout's hurt again.
I'm in cap.
Really hurt.
I can bomb, guys.
So it's time to land.
They're so fucking good.
That was some pretty interesting comms.
That was. Those comms could not be any better from Banny.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. A bit more of a lax mid there from Froyotech, it seems, and I think Mixup getting their first mid win.
Because Banny was singing.
Yeah, but I mean, at least it kept it entertaining for us. But regardless, we have full Ubers here on both sides. TLR bombing in barely. Oh my goodness, good surf there from Shade to get away from danger, and TLR is going to go down. So keeping his Uber there is Shade, and we're going to see them sitting back on second right now. But I mean, after that mid there and the comms included, would you say that Froyotech's maybe a little confident?
I think they're feeling good. I mean, that was actually, I believe Mixup won that mid. So maybe they were just like, you know, we're just going to plow through this mid. We're going to have a great time. And they actually lost the mid. But, you know, I still, even though they lost that mid, they're up 4-0. They just won the last map 5-0. They are one round away from being the CEVO-P Season 5 Grand Champions. And they're looking to win here.
Now they're looking for it as they're waiting here. Blaze is going to go ahead and come out of the flank there. He sees Harblu. Oh, goodness, he did so much damage to him. Couldn't take him down, though. So we see Roamer down from each side here, actually. TLR he just got his spawn back in, and Clockwork trying to work a bit. And Platinum trying to shut him down here over on the flank. Platinum getting launched forward, and that Uber is going to be forced to save his life. So Platinum now jumping in, and the counter pop coming in from Shade. So we see Clockwork working his way back in. He's going to be able to get Indust here, I would assume. He's getting some shots into him, taking him down, and Clockwork isn't done with his spree yet. He's going to continue going on here. He's having a fight with the other scout here over in the flank. Can he get him? Breaks it out again. Oh my God. Getting another 3-room blade there into Enigma. This is, I absolutely love it. As that is just going to be a wipe and a half there from Mixup over in on that mid, and that's going to leave Froyotech looking pretty here. Pretty, if that makes sense, going into the second point.
I mean, Clockwork could also just reload really quick, like just one scatter,
could,
maybe a pistol. But like, I think he does it to demoralize the other guy. And Clockwork's playing amazing. I mean, what else can you say? He is playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah, it's really entertaining to watch. 2 3-room blade kills there. You can't get any better than that. So right now, what was looking a pretty good advantage for Froyotech, getting denied by the likes of Zalox and Platinum there, but Duatn is able to get one, but a lot down for Froyotech right now. So Shade actually went down in the process, which is unfortunate for them because they had heavy Uber advantage, but Banny's going to have something to say about it at least. He's going to keep the pressure up long enough that they can't really do anything to come back out onto the second point. And speaking of people who are doing really good right now, let's talk about Banny.
Let's talk about
because
Banny,
he is literally sitting at the top of the scoreboard, above Shade, above everybody, and this guy is just having the game of his life right here in the CEVO-P Grand Finals. Pretty good time, convenient time for that to happen. So
the scary thing about Banny on Scout is that he can pretty much mimic the exact amount of aggression and effectiveness that Clockwork does. So to have potentially 2 Clockworks on your team is horrifying for the opponent.
Very horrifying. Oh no, Clockwork going for it again, but not going to happen that time. If he got it, oh no, the back cap coming in. I didn't even see it, and there you have it. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is your CEVO-P Grand Champions right there. Froyotech taking another decisive win over Classic Mixup.
I mean, again, they weren't total rolls in terms of like it ending in 15 minutes.
Right.
But it's 5-0, 5-0.
Which, oh man, that is, I mean, it's surprising to me because they were looking so good.
Yes.
Coming into this, I mean, they had a great game against Elevate, really good game against them.
Yeah.
And then something, I don't know if it was them falling apart or just Froyotech, honestly, playing out of their minds, let's be honest. They were playing very well.
I know the answer. I know the answer. I hope this isn't too loud right now. But after Mixup beat Elevate, they went to go get Wendy's. Wendy's makes you play worse. So stay away from fast food.
Yeah, he literally just solved the mystery.
It.
That is it.
That's it.
Completely.
The Wendy's finals.
There you have it. That is the final decision. You've heard it from the Fragile. Wendy's made them lose. No, but all jokes aside.
In all seriousness, Mixup have played well this LAN.
Yeah.
But Froyotech, I mean, what more can you say?
Yeah.
I mean, they are still the champions. They are still the team to beat.
Oh,
I mean,
100%.
there's a tournament tomorrow, and there's ESEA, so there's more action coming, but they're still the team to beat.
100%. I mean, these guys have, world champs now, CEVO-P champs. It's just nonstop from them. Just such strong play across the board from all players, and just can't say much else about it. Just too strong from them. But I mean, we're getting down to the wire here. That's it's been a long day. We've had many problems throughout the play, but I think we have some replays here loaded up. Possibly. Oh no, that's at the end here. Sorry, but regardless, I think we're just about done here. Any closing thoughts for us, Fragile? I mean, we're going to be back tomorrow, but at least for the evening,
we're going to be back tomorrow, and we're going to be very busy. But
oh yeah,
shout out to cats. That's it.
Cats.
Every single cat ever. Every single cat.
All of them. No dogs.
Maybe like 3 dogs.
Maybe if they're like really special dogs, but. Yeah, but anyway, guys, that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for joining us. We are done here, at least for the CEVO portion of this tournament, the CEVO finals. But we will be back tomorrow with the regular community tournament that will be taking place. So there's going to be 24 teams or so involved in that. So it's going to be lots of good action coming to you.